they're in contact with these things.
Well, maybe they are.
Well, describe what you saw in DMT, and you tell us.
You have these experiences where
Listen.
thoughts become patterns. They become like geometric patterns that are moving through space, and they change and shift, but they're letting you know that they know all your bullshit. They see right through you.
And they're saying thought is creation.
They want you to relax.
Yes.
There is a
Yes.
lot of that. There's a lot of thought is creation. Yes.
Yeah, but the only
Relax, because you don't struggle.
I wouldn't call them aliens though. What I saw, I never referred to them as aliens.
But that's the term everyone knows. Not of this world. Not of our average thing.
I would think it was aliens if it woke me up in the middle of the night and took me aboard a ship, and that's what I experienced. I would be 100% convinced that I went to an alien spaceship and I talked to these things. The difference is how it was like to smoke it and then lay back and then experience that is like I expected that progression of events. But if I woke up in the middle of the night, I was going to take a leak, and a light shone down through the bathroom, and they sucked me through the window, took me aboard a spaceship, and I saw the exact same thing that I saw while I was high on DMT, I'd be 100% convinced that I was in contact with aliens. The only difference is how I got there. Like, I got there through a drug. I got there through smoking something that's produced by the human brain that I knew was pretty safe. No one's ever died of it. I'm like, let's see what happens.
But I go back to everyone I've talked to. In mass groups taking particularly ayahuasca, they have group events and see the same things and hear the same things.
Yes.
Which is the psychic connection, but it's beyond that. You could argue, well, one person's a psychic leader. They project it in everybody else's minds.
Yes.
But who's projecting that into them? So that's the only way it's out. This is why the Pentagon...
It might not be someone projecting anything into your mind. It might be your newfound ability to perceive things that you could... The way I look at it is like...
No, I agree, but why are they all 43 people... in Costa Rica, all seeing aliens?
This is a bad example. But it's not a bad one. If you fart and you didn't have a nose, no one would know. If we didn't have a sense of smell, we could still get along in this life.
No, I agree.
If there was a way to visually see if food was rotten.
It's not an individual hallucination. They're all seeing it.
But what I'm saying is it's entirely possible that there's multiple dimensions or multiple things that we can't perceive, that we don't have the senses for, that are around us all the time.
No, I agree. So just briefly, you jump in there, Eddie. Let me tell you what my deep research and basically vision is.
Okay.
And vision just means you're like things crystallize, epiphany. To talk about 12 dimensions, 11 known, 12 being omnipresent, so we don't say it actually exists. To say that is arrogant, so I won't say that. But I have had dreams my whole life that come true. And the weirdest thing, like a lady drops a thing of pickles at the store. For 5 years I have the dream, and then one day I'm there and it's the woman in the pickles break. Or I walk around a corner.
When was this?
Particularly when I was a kid, it was more intense.
That is fucking crazy. So for 5 years you had the same dream, and then one day it happened?
Yes.
Was it exactly how you dreamt it?
Yes.
Fuck.
For about 6 months, I had a dream of a guy in a purple and green striped shirt. And I'm like, why am I walking? Because it's not like normal dreams. It's like you've been taken over. You always get vomit after
lucid, like a lucid dream.
Lucid dream. And I'm walking around like, why am I behind a building? And all of a sudden, there's some dude in a purple and green striped shirt, and he attacks me. And 6 months later, it happens. And I mean, it happens exactly. So,
what do you think is going on? All thoughts of yourself aside, just look at it objectively. What do you think that is?
You could say that it's human programming and basic programming in the brain.
Do you think you're tapping into a timeline that maybe you can't access all the time?
Well, that's what I know it is.
One of the reasons why you can rant and rave and when you spew out information the way you do, which is very impressive. The way you can talk about things
for 3 hours straight,
and get excited about things. You do the majority of your programs entirely by yourself.
No teleprompter.
But I agree with you. It's not like I'm telling you.
You're doing something unusual. Do you understand that?
I'm not even doing it. It's like a river's going by. There's a turtle. There's a fish. There's a log. That's why it's like random. Like, what is this? What is that exactly?
Right, but that's how you communicate. That's like in the beginning of the thing we were talking about Sandy Hook. I kept trying to slow you down. I was like, I'm not following you down this river. You just hit this one rock. I want to talk about this rock. I want to talk about the next rock. But you just keep going. The way you think about things is you're chaining one thing to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. And for people who are not thinking the way you're thinking, it can be exhausting. Like you're trying to follow what you're saying.
Well, sure, it doesn't even mean I'm right about it all. I'm only seeing the